Hey folks, I'm Mysterious JG, and welcome back to Let's Play Nioh. Another thing that I've done that I didn't mention in the last video was I've gotten rid of quite a bit of inventory. If we go to the storehouse, you'll see we're down to like... well, I guess I got some back in the meantime, but I had us down finally below 250 because I started giving away the blue armor and weapons that I didn't need and only holding on to purple stuff without actually looking at what it does, because you just get so many freaking items in this game. And we've got small spirit stones up the wazoo, but we also got young samurai locks. They give you 2 samurai skill points. I don't see any reason not to use them as soon as you get them. And on Nioh mage locks, they only give you 1. Aww. Well, still go ahead and use them. Don't know of any reason that you would not just use those. Whetstones I haven't been using, but they do... they increase your, stuff. Your stuff, Signpost talisman. So, yeah. Pretty sure that in the storehouse I have not been storing any, well, I do have some small spirit stones because I went over 99. They just give you 100 emerita. So what I've been doing is if I've been leveling up or fighting and trying to level up or close to leveling up, and the Mystery Science Theater I've been watching is ended, so I'm done off screening, I'll just use enough small spirit stones to get to the next level up and level up. That's my usual thing. Alright. Nothing new at the dojo. Yeah, I say coming here hasn't done anything new for us, has it? Hand over the smithing text. Which means there's a new tool we can smith, and that's the yokai water pot, which costs us a demon horn. The pot itself is made of clay harvested from the underworld. No material can hold such special water. I still don't actually know what this does. I'm sure it's harmful to human-type enemies. And then I can use, oh, I see. You use five quantity of the crappiest material to build the next one up. It's like, this game is borrowing a lot. Everyone says that this game is ripping off Dark Souls. It's borrowing a lot from Diablo as well. Diablo 3 specifically, as far as like, just, you have to spend hours and hours looking for materials. Yeah, later, lady. I guess she's following us around Japan too, huh? Alright, so that means that our only path towards advancing really is to go to the Silver Mine Writhes mission. And here is Kikawa Hiroi. How good of you to come. I am Kakaka Hiroi, Lord of Izumo Province. Unfortunately, the head of the Maori clan could not be here, but I shall hear what you have to say in his place. So I guess we don't matter enough to the Maori at this point. The Mori. This, whatever they're called. Iwami Ginzan is the largest silver mine in all of Japan. Hey, didn't we do a silver mine mission in Izumo Way the Ninja? Yeah. Its high-quality silver has fetched top prices and profits both inside and outside Japan's borders. However, its riches have also made it a prime target for other warlords, and the location of its entrance, exit, and inner chambers are kept a close secret. Over time, the Maori clan has accelerated their efforts and dug even deeper into the mountain's depths. But they mined too deep, and they awakened a great evil in Khazad-dûm, the mines of Moria. You shall not pass, etc. Yeah, if we're going to fight a Balrog, it's going to be in this mission, but I don't think we're going to fight a Balrog. So he says, I invite you to come meet with me. I will listen to your words. But in the meantime, here you are in a silver mine, which will undoubtedly be filled with enemies. The device seems to be responsible for air circulation. It's the air breaker. It's Guile's air throw. We got some antidote and some Orokudama, whatever the hell that is. Good idea. So you're saying don't dive right into the poisonous mist? Oh, well, enemies have already detected me. Great. I can't get across there, can I? About going this way. Guy's just chucking stuff that there's no way he can hit me with it. He's just being a dick. I don't really want to descend there either. I mean, that's clearly a bunch of poison. So, the silver mines are full of demons. Might want to make a grain fan. I'm a grain fan. I'd be hard pressed to do Atkins. I'm too much of a grain fan. So let's hope that this is not a bridge where big chunks are going to collapse underneath us. Although I have a feeling it is. Okay, so stay away from the weird stones.
I want those stones. I want those stones willing to break a lot of bones.
Well, looks like our friend lost interest in us, so now he's going to die. That's the price you pay for not being interested in me. Oh, a whole slew of those guys. Well, if I can find a way to fight them one at a time, that would be great. Meantime, this thing's going to suck up the poison mist. Excellent. I approve. Let's get a less expensive to re-equip weapon than the hand cannon. And try to pick off some of these fellows who I feel like might come after us in a group from a distance. You know, but they're all moving around, so it'll be hard to time a headshot. Oh. I didn't switch over after all. Ah. I did. Oh, wait, there is still poison mist down there. Oh, and they all fell in. What a bunch of goofs. So I didn't switch to the... I equipped a bow and then didn't actually use it correctly. Are they all dying from the poison? Am I getting credit for this? No. So they all fell into the poison and died from it, maybe, but I think that enemy type is immune to poison, so I don't really know what's going on there. Let's keep exploring. And there were divergent paths at the very beginning of the level, and it's oh, it only sucks it up temporarily. Okay, well that's good to know. Still not 100% clear on how I... Oh, they respawn. See if we can avoid alerting the rest. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, I might have been a little too conservative in my approach to dealing with them before. But it was useful to find out via them that that piece of bridge, which it didn't even look like you were supposed to be able to attempt to cross it, but it certainly wasn't crossable. So the issue is, I imagine you're supposed to... Oh, I thought for a second they respawned. Imagine you're supposed to just suck up the poison in here, then go down there and interact with something to permanently fix this situation. But since I don't know what that something is, I'm reticent to go down there. So let's just avoid it for right now. I mean, it's a good idea, but I don't know any way to do that other than a big old axe. Now, I have something with Kodama sense, but I'm not really paying that much attention to the map, although I think there's a Kodama ahead now. Is this descend or kick down? I don't want to miss any that I'm supposed to kick down. But as far as descending, I'm not doing that until some things become clear as far as how I deal with all this poison mist. Is this going to open from the other side or something? Yeah. So there might not be a Kodama on the other side. It might actually be a shrine. Because they are both marked green on your map when you have Kodama sense. Kodama. Oh, you jerk. Well, I see a ladder I can climb back up to deal with you. I mean, I can climb back up after dealing with you, is what I'm trying to say. Are you going to be able to come up here and do something about it, buddy? Oh, you are. Okay. Wow. Not going to punch with this axe. So if I trigger that thing, I'll get a temporary respite from the poison gas. But again, I'd need to know what to actually do with that temporary respite, and I don't. But I may be coming to the end of where I can keep climbing around completely outside of its range. I may need to just accept that I will get poisoned at some point during this mission. They said to stay away from that stuff. Oh, it's what's generating the poison. Okay. Yeah, they said if you get close to those rocks, you get poisified. So I guess the air vents just give you a temporary. All right, I think I've got it. So what I would need to do, and I can't really just afford to waste all my ammo on this. What I'd need to do is find where is the big scary stone here. And use the air filter thing to give myself time to wipe it out. But I don't want to just use all of my ranged ammo shooting at them from above when possible. So there it is. There you go. Oh, and there's a Kodama. So let me deal with this enemy first. This enemy who mercifully does not seem to know or care about the lack of poison now. Okay, apparently I can be given that targeting reticule, but be too far away to actually use it. So that's a good thing to know. So it's an interesting little challenge for this level. A little bit of a puzzle element.
Head on back to the Kodama Shrine, pal. I'm going to need some Amaretta boost later.
Hopefully you're the right type of fella. looks for all the world like I should be able to interact with it and get treasure, but I guess not. So these are essentially miners who were turned into demons by evil magic power stones, but are still going around mining, which seems really, really sad to me. Like guys who are involved in heavy manual labor, you know, in an effort to support their families or whatnot, who then are transformed into hellish demons who are still forced to engage in manual labor. Gonzo the Destroyer, nice name. Even if it's not for any benefit or purpose, it's just that they're mindless demons who now do manual labor. Oh, that sucked. I thought I was going to finish him off before that, actually. Kind of goofed on the timing of and the use of ki there on that first pass. So my, I guess my current weapon has paralysis +4. That's pretty cool. I probably, from what little I haven't read that much on the internet. I make it sound like I've read tons. But some of the stuff I've looked at suggests that I really shouldn't be focusing in on the poison attributes at all. That the paralysis stuff is actually going to be the way to go. But I've always been a stickler for games where you could use slow-acting poison as a weapon. I was always kind of bothered that the poison, that in Diablo 2 the poison was a necromancer thing. It made sense in one sense. You're like the dark class, but I was like, I want to be able to build a, you know, if I'm going to play necromancer, I'm definitely going to be a zookeeper with lots and lots of minions. But for any of the other playthroughs where I use a different class, it would be fun to use poison. Although, apparently poison, like a lot of things in Diablo 2, it'll get you through a playthrough on normal mode, but there's only a handful of strategies that are really going to be effective on the higher levels, and poison ain't one of them. Good job falling on your face, buddy. So I'm creeping my way slowly and carefully through this level. I hope people enjoy this playstyle. It seems like most of the people who are actually following this LP series at all and commenting are all people who already know the game better than I do and are experiencing that joy of discovery of watching somebody play a game blind that you already know. So I'm sure the drawback of that is that they will already know that certain corridors hold no dangers, and it's kind of difficult to watch someone creep slowly and carefully through a section that has nothing. Unlucky you. You Yeti? Oh, I took a hit there. Oh, shit. I'm really kind of messing this up. Man, I'm really messing this up. Doing fine against normal, and I've discovered this for sure. I'm not that good against remnants compared to normal enemies. Oh, I had him paralyzed and didn't realize it. So yeah, I used a bunch of elixirs against that guy after having... I think I'd been acquitting myself fairly well on this level up until that point. But then Remnant shows up, feel compelled to fight it, don't do very well. It's a pattern. At least I found my way back to where I was exploring before I decided I needed to fight that Revenant. So I back up in the zone that I was already at before? I think I am. The door, yep. So we've been here. Now this zone is now safe. What's going on over here? What's going on in this zone? Oh, okay. Alright. That's how we came here before. What did I... Oh, I alerted somebody. My bad. I may have taken damage there, too. I didn't mean to fall there when I did. Yeah, I really should. This paralysis thing is pretty handy. I really should think about just switching over to the exit. Oh, poor fella. Thought he was saved. But he didn't allow Jesus to be his personal savior. Oh, shit. Okay. That's a mechanic I didn't previously known about. I guess those barrels are full of exploding stuff. Well, you're an asshole, so you deserve to die. I wonder if it's safe to just whack them with an axe. Okay, looks like it's safe to whack them with an axe. Whack them with an axe. Luigi the Combustible. Yeah, I gotta be more aggressive with those guys. They're certainly giving me more glory than the really low-level guys I was fighting in the very first level did. What do you have to say, friend? Nothing. Okay. You got really nice. You had a fancy new type of longbow. Okay. Keep thinking I might be seeing a Kodama or something. There's something fancy around here somewhere. Maybe it's up a level higher. Yeah. You wearing some kind of demon loincloth? That's disturbing.
I want those stones. I want those stones.
Not sure they're very valuable, but I want those stones. He's like Anakin. He can't breathe when he's thinking about Padme. And about the possibility that he might not be able to, you know, do her. Should have attacked him when he was standing near the edge there before. It's fun to knock him down to the bottom. Yeah, I'm going through the elixirs pretty fast here. Shit. I don't know what's behind me there, so I don't want to be backing off in that direction. Good, I needed that elixir. My stock is running pretty low. I'm not like I'm going to try to like hardcore run this place and not use any you know, shrines or anything, but so it looks like there's an Nioh feller like a level below or something. Oh, come on over here then. Oh, never mind. It's over here. Yeah, no need to panic, little fella. You can pop back up, you'll be safe. I'll guide you back to the shrine.
It's over there. Thank you for understanding English.
I speak Japanese just as well as the Mac speaks Spanish. It's a little joke for all you Lucha Underground fans. You see, the Mac has had a series of conversations with Sexy Star where he speaks English to Sexy Star, and Sexy Star responds by speaking Spanish to him. And there's subtitles on the English language version for Sexy Star. I don't even know if there is a Spanish language version of Lucha Underground anymore, but they would do subtitles for the Mac. And the idea is that both of them are speaking their native language, but thoroughly understand what the other one is saying. But it's kind of absurd because those rare occasions where Sexy Star tries to speak English, it's pretty obvious that she doesn't understand what she's saying and it's phonetically memorized a handful of syllables. And there's never an example of the Mac trying to speak Spanish. So this is just two characters, can't actually understand each other, both reading short bits of scripted dialogue. Got a Hydotoko mask and some antidote. Yeah, we should be finding a lot of antidote in this level because I would expect that it's fairly easy to get yourself poisoned. This machine's sucking air. Hopefully it doesn't decide to stop while we're in this zone. Some roaring gun ammo. Seems like there's more loots over here, but I guess they're up on a higher level than we can currently get to. So let's keep exploring. Yeah, I guess as far as the fellers from that website I generally like who were complaining about the game, they said there wasn't that much level variety, and I guess in fairness, if this is around the point where you got fed up with the game and quit, you could accurately say, another mine level? Well, you know what's yours is mine, I suppose. It would be lovely if I could see where the where any of those evil rocks are that we need to destroy. So again, I feel like we could use the device to give us some temporary relief down there, but without knowing what we're supposed to be destroying while we have that temporary relief, you're just going to wander around down there and get yourself poisoned on. I hate when you alert the ranged guys. Fuck, I was trying to get over there and kill the other guy. Obviously. Fuck. Saw it coming. Nothing I could do about it. Because I'd lost all my stamina blocking one of the hits, and then immediately another one came in. So, I guess we'll call it a video here. Next time, I'm going to do my level best not to lose all of the Amarita that we'd earned up to that point, although I don't know that we're really that close to leveling up. But since I have yet to actually find a shrine in this level, we're basically starting from the beginning and trying to get back to where we were. Yuck. I do not know whether or not the poison areas we've already cleared will be cleared. I guess we'll be finding out. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.